Alright, so here's the follow-up to the turbo diesel Harley project. Got the bike pretty well stripped down, ready to start fabbing up the motor in the motor mounts. Pulled everything out except for the transmission and final drive system. I'm going to leave it there and just try to work around it gingerly to make sure that I have enough room for everything. If it gets in the way, I'll pull that out as well. Had to take off the brackets and the motor mounts, the foot control pads and everything, just to clean up and open up that space. I did some measurements on the engine itself. The oil pan on that is just under 10 inches wide, and I'm going to mount it horizontally. The frame here is 9.5 inches at this point, but what you can't see underneath the transmission is it actually jogs out to 10.5. So what I'm going to do is open up this spot here, knock this cross member off, spread these tubes just enough so that I can get a straight shot from here to here, and then I will just use a slug to fill these two spots, drill holes, do some rosette welds, and then weld all the way around, make sure it's structural again. Doing that, I'm going to be able to drop the oil pan down through the frame rails, and it should lower the motor. Gosh, I can go down 2 or 3 inches. It just depends on how low I want to put the oil pan under the frame. I could possibly just build a skid plate as well, make sure that I didn't catch a speed bump or something like that, and open up my oil pan. I pulled all the accessories off of the motor, so now you can see it looks a whole lot smaller than it did without that big air cleaner and fan assembly on the front. It's really pretty tiny package. It's like 19 inches wide by maybe 21 inches long and 22 inches tall. I'm gonna have to flip the turbo. Now I'm gonna have to rebuild the exhaust manifold and flip the turbo and put the turbo down in front. This configuration is gonna put it all the way up underneath the gas tank, and I don't want to put that much heat right underneath the gas tank, so I'll just I'll build up some manifold and flip the turbo. This tiny little turbo snail, I don't know if you can see the size, like that's my hand, right? It's like the size of a donut, and a small donut to that. So I've been online looking for what other turbos people have used in the past to boost some power in these. It looks like the Garrett turbos got some good small turbos that are pretty good price. My only concern is, how do I push more fuel and regulate that? I understand that I can turn up the fuel pressure, but I'm going to have to get a little more knowledge and education on doing that. So anyways, there's the update for you. It took me about 3 days to strip the motor out and get the bike ready. Nice thing is I've already put all the parts I don't need up on eBay, and right now I think I'm over $1,200 just for the motor alone. So it kind of goes to prove, you can build a project and sell what you don't need, and maybe make up a bunch of the difference. If I sell all the parts I don't need, the motor, I don't need a lot of these. The King pack I'm not going to use. I'm not going to use that front fairing, the gas tank. If I sell everything for a reasonable price, not asking the moon, I actually can offset about 3/4 of the entire cost for the bike, and that's a beautiful thing. So sell all those parts, sell that extra V1505 motor, and if all goes well, I'll actually be into this bike for $0. I don't think it's going to happen every time, but you never know. Keep asking and wheeling and dealing and see what you can figure out. Anyways, I'll keep you guys updated, give you some more videos and pictures as I go. Sometimes I forget to take a minute and run a video. I just get into it and don't stop, but I will do my best to stop every once in a while and kind of give everybody an update where we're at.